What is the Nikon 1S1? Up until now, the Nikon J1 range of Nikon's 1 series had been considered the entry-level option for those wanting to purchase a Nikon CSC without breaking the bank. However, this has all changed with the introduction of the new S series. The S1 is the first in this series, carrying a lot of the features found in its stablemates, albeit at a lower price. Nikon 1S1 Features. One of the features maintained is the 10.1 MPCX format CMOS sensor. The format of this sensor is larger than the f/3 in type found in most compacts, although is smaller than that found in micro four thirds CSCs, in fact sitting midway between the two. This sensor is paired with Nikon's Xpeed 3A processor to offer a truly impressive headline continuous shooting speed of 60 fps at full resolution, although this only lasts for a burst of 15 frames and with fixed focus. If you want to utilize continuous you'll still be able to capture images at 15 fps, although once again this is limited to 15 frames. The CX format sensor results in a 2.7x conversion factor on attached lenses, meaning that the 11 to 27.5 mm kit lens will have 30 to 74 mm effective focal range. The kit lens itself is lacking built-in vibration reduction technology, although the good news is that the Nikon 1S1 features image stabilization within its body. Although the Nikon 1S1 is aimed at the more entry-level end of the CSC market, the camera still features full PASA shooting controls along with full RAW capture. These more advanced shooting modes are, understandably, accompanied by shooting modes aimed at making shooting simple for those starting out in photography. These include the standard auto mode alongside a range of scene and effect modes, including miniature and selective color. Nikon 1S1 Design. The Nikon 1S1 is a nicely designed camera that's easy to handle and use. It shares many design elements with other models in the 1 range. But there are some departures, such as the lack of a physical mode dial. Instead, there's a virtual dial that pops up on the touchscreen when needed. Enthusiasts won't approve, but the virtual mode dial and smartly organized menu system makes the Nikon 1S1 easy to use, as do the logically arranged buttons with the playback button within easy reach. We also like the remarkably small and compact kit lens, whose dimpled outer coating makes the S1 easier to hold, and the rubber thumb grip on the body. As for its appearance, the Nikon 1S1's streamlined body and glossy finish echoes that of Nikon compacts. It won't be to everyone's tastes, but it looks slick and classy. Nikon 1S1 Performance. Considering the entry-level status of the Nikon S1, you'd be forgiven for thinking that it's not as fast and responsive as more expensive cameras. But, while it's by no means the best performing CSC ever made, most buyers will delight at its speed. The Nikon 1S1 brings subjects into focus in no time at all, with focus determined almost the instant that the shutter buttons is half depressed. It rarely slows down between shots, even when you're capturing larger RAW files, which traditionally put more strain on the camera's processor, an area in which other CSCs around the same price point have traditionally struggled. The screen is excellent, too. It's clear and easy to use, even in brighter lighting conditions where it only slightly drops off. Indeed, any gripes with the Nikon 1S1, such as how the indicator lamp is right under the natural resting place for your thumb while shooting, are small. It's a joy to use. Nikon 1S1 Image quality. There's an awful lot to like about the Nikon 1S1's photos, too, though it's not without its faults. The auto-white balance system consistently renders colors correctly with a noticeable absence of any particular color cast. If anything, colors are a tad subdued. If you have the skill, it's worth boosting them when editing afterwards. The S1's exposure system is also generally reliable, with metering only exhibiting the slight tendency to underexpose. One area where the Nikon 1S1, somewhat predictably, suffers, is noise control at high ISO settings. Owing to the smaller sensor employed in the S1 in comparison to other similar CSCs, noise is problematic even at lower ISO settings. Although the camera managed to maintain a certain amount of detail at these higher settings, the necessary noise reduction results in some detail loss.